Hello everyone, Amadeus here, and today I have a new video for ya. Happy Father's Day everyone, including me, for the first time. By the way, where's my gift? Natalia?
Natalia! Gdzie jest prezent na taty? Co? Gdzie jest prezent na taty?
I just became a daddy. Okay, it's been like 3 months, but oh boy, it feels really intense. Many things have changed in my life, and time flies so fast that actually it feels like yesterday. Lots of people ask me, why did you guys choose Taiwan to have a baby? Wouldn't it be better to go back to your country or move out somewhere else? Is Taiwan a good place for raising children? And is it difficult to be a foreigner and have kids here? So I'll do my best to answer all of those questions and share my experience and observations with you. So let's get started. Living in a place, starting a family, and of course having children, those are all very big decisions you make years ahead. Kids point at me in the elevator and say, "Why Goran?" But in fact, I have lived most of my adult life here in Taiwan. Taiwan is well known to me. I love living here because of romantic reasons such as food, views, weather, friendliness of people. But I have hundreds of rational reasons as well. First of all, financial stability. Taiwan has a very diversified economy, especially if you look at the size and population. There is basically no unemployment in Taiwan unless you really want to be unemployed. And you can follow a career in any industry. You don't want to work for anyone? No problem. Just fire your boss, start your own company. It is very easy, and if you're hardworking, a bit smart, with a pinch of luck, you're definitely gonna succeed here. I know many people who came here with a backpack without knowing the language and no one here, and now they have a stable life with a family and children. So you can be one of them as well if you want, right? Second reason, safety. Taiwan has an enormous population density, but living all together, there is not too much crime on the streets. You don't need to worry like your belongings gonna be stolen or you will get mugged. Those stories in Taiwan are quite unusual. Other reasons are tolerance, mutual respect, freedom. There are many religions in Taiwan. Political views, languages, cultures, and yet no tensions here. Actually, it's quite the opposite. People are very curious about new things, like to learn from each other, welcome strangers in their homes, and living together feels really like it's a big family. I think Taiwan is a really great place for raising children this way, because you can learn about all the small differences and how to share with others. Of course, we could have considered moving anywhere else, but since we have a stable and satisfying life, I have never even thought about it. For us, Taiwan was always the first choice. Even if you prepare and plan ahead everything, there will be always some surprises. Once we found out bun is in the oven, officially, we are very happy. Whenever we had to see a doctor, hearing good news, short waiting times, we both love it. And I can communicate in Chinese about my work or everyday life, but obviously when it comes to medical terms, my Mandarin is not that great. But it's not a problem in Taiwan at all, because all the doctors I have met here could answer any of my questions in English, including those very complicated. It's such a relief for me. And of course, all the family and friends were happy. It was quite a recent event, so nobody could visit us because of COVID-19, but all of them wanted to send us gifts from abroad. The big question arises, is it a boy or a girl? You see, I have talked with my doctor friends from abroad, and they were saying that you can definitely determine the gender of the baby at that time. For instance, we took NIPT, which can determine gender with very high accuracy, even at 7 weeks, but the sex of the baby was never revealed to us. I could say Taiwanese doctors were trying to avoid this topic. That was odd, but later I found out why. It was pretty shocking for me, and I have never thought this could be an issue here in Taiwan, but well, there are numerous couples in Taiwan who will abort the baby once they find out it's a girl. And some couples did it many times until they succeed having a boy. Some time ago, I watched a documentary about one-child policy in China. It's called One Child Nation. If you ever think about why the vast majority of children born in China adopted by North American families are girls, well, according to all Chinese belief, baby girls are not as good as boys. So there's one scene in a movie. It's a village in China. A group of seniors. Reporter asked one of the gentlemen there, "Do you have any grandchildren?" He says no, and she points at the baby girl next to him, "But this is your granddaughter." He replies, "Granddaughters don't count." I know it's a marginal issue here in Taiwan, but having kids for me isn't like picking a dish from the menu. It's a boy, it's a girl, it's your child, it's a little version of you and the person you love. At the end of the day, it's just letter M or F in your passport, or his or her passport. And of course, they have different personalities and they're gonna do different things. It's really not determined by gender. If you really want to pick one gender, perhaps having a pet would be a better choice for you, but that's just my opinion. This is widely known, but Taiwan has a great doctors, and I can attest all the way along, from the first check to the birth and even visits after, we always felt safe. Their help was very professional and gave us much good advice during the process. We can see medical professionals whenever needed, even if you have an emergency in the middle of night. For the first 8 months of pregnancy, we had monthly pregnancy checkups. After our baby was born, she had to stay 3 days in hospitals with my wife. They ran multiple tests to make sure that baby and mother are both healthy before they release them from the hospital. This is very different than in my country, where the checks are rather quicker and you leave the hospital probably the same day. In Taiwan, you have a strong tradition of the postpartum period, which isn't that common in the West. After a birth, lots of women decide to go stay in a hotel that serves food suitable for their needs, helping with lactation and having 24 hours medical staff taking care of your baby. This is definitely not a custom in Europe, where we prefer to enjoy the first month with our baby at home. The great thing in Taiwan is that the government offers to find a midwife who will help you with baby, with cooking, with other chores. For example, the Kaohsiung government offers 100 hours of help for free, and you pay around 2,000 NT, which is $70 for a day of her help. It's such a lifesaver, especially when it's your first kid and you really don't know what are you doing. I cannot really express how happy we are we use the help of the midwife, because she helped us a lot. Even if there are lots of things that are made in Taiwan and you have lots of baby supplies here, like bottles, cribs, blankets, toys, etc. Some things have to be imported and they come with a quite high price tag. I remember when my family was here in Taiwan, my dad was looking through a window in a car and he saw a lady pushing a stroller on the street. He asked me, "Is she walking her dolls or something?" I asked, what do you mean? You know, I never saw such a small stroller in my life. There is no baby in it, right? And yeah, actually there was a baby in it. Why I'm telling you this story? Because it's a quite good example of how different is reality mindset when it comes to strollers or car seats. There are a couple of reasons for it. One of them is lack of space here in Taiwan, so people prefer smaller things. The other reason is high import tax on goods like this. Even in Poland, where the salaries are usually lower than in Taiwan, people would spend money on good quality, safe strollers, baby seats, and that applies to people with low income as well. In Taiwan though, those kind of products are advertised as luxury, so they come with really high prices. But when you look for them, for example on Amazon, they're just regular, inexpensive goods. My life changed a lot, but those changes are all for the better. I have experienced many wonderful things in my life, but having your own little clone smiling at you beats them all. I know there is a long journey ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really pumped. And we live in a wonderful times with the great medical progress. So much science about children was revealed, and taking care of them, even if it takes lots of patience, time and love, it was never easy. And I am so happy to live in a multicultural society where my baby can learn the best from Taiwanese and also from her European heritage. I know lots of people say times are tough, housing's expensive, and raising children doesn't really help with your bills, but if you find a good partner and you really work on your dreams, it can be a very fulfilling goal. I hope the Taiwanese birth rate will grow soon, because, you know guys, we need some smart and friendly people in this world, so come on guys, jayo, okay? Thanks for watching my video, make sure to like it. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so I can share more stories with you, and you will be the first one to be notified. So see you next time. Goodbye everyone.